inspection, Barrie Ontario. David Cook, how are you?
I'm closer to the cake than you
Yeah,
are.
no, I know.
No,
How does that
right
work?
No, don't worry.
We don't have any cutlery. We don't need it, do we?
Fingers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, welcome to the show. Home inspection, enormous over the last couple years. How long has home inspections been around, and why did we feel the need was there for them?
The paperwork got underway with the government in 1994. The home inspection industry enactment came into play, but it's only been the last less than 10 years out of the bigger centers. The bigger centers like Toronto and stuff like that, it's really grown, but out into the smaller centers, it's only been the last 6-7 years it started taking on and becoming something that, everybody knows about and talks about. And
Right.
I still, today, I get a lot of clients that I never heard about it before I came into this deal, and I've bought houses before, so.
Is that right?
It's still growing in knowledge.
What, there's got to be some important things, and I mean, why we are going to get our house inspected. What are some of the problems that we're seeing, and why should people get their homes inspected?
Well, actually, Sean, some of the things that I look at, this book, this is my inspection report, our company here.
Okay.
And it starts at the roof, and that's something that I see big time all the time. It's when you go to buy a car, you get this book that says, bring it in for maintenance every so often. With a house, you don't. People go say, I shingled the roof, and I take a look at it and go, it needs to be shingled now. And many times people just feel that the roof is good. It hasn't been leaking inside since I've been in the house, so it must be okay. So stuff like that, and then I start there, work my way right through the whole house. I end up in the attic in the end, but I go through the basement, through absolutely everything. There's about 1,100 items in a house here, and yeah.
Do you go through them all?
Absolutely. And
Really?
One of the biggest things that I hear when I'm done is, that's far more thorough than I ever thought. I never even, and I've been in the house 3 times. I never even looked at that or saw that.
Holy smokes. I mean, water. I mean, personally, I'm worried about water. That's my biggest thing, getting water in the basement. I mean, are we seeing a lot of cracks in foundations with the movement with the ground? Because maybe the ground that we're building on isn't settled enough, right?
Many times it's filled in ground, reclaimed ground, swamp ground there, Ducks Unlimited, look at them, they're losing ground to many houses, stuff like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, there's all kinds of stuff, but the thing is, the real fact in life is, most houses are not a horror story. However, people just live in a house and they just kind of forget to take care of stuff. Well, some houses, people say, was the house well built? And I say, it's not just well built, it's been well taken care of.
Right.
But many people just don't. So as I go through here, a home inspector should never quote code. That's wrong. But you know what? Here, after looking at your house, here's recommendations I feel that you should look at in the house just to improve it or to prevent something from going on in the future.
And that sheet will be passed along to, that's the home buyer, but will the homeowner have to take care of the repairs?
No.
If they're extensive enough that they need to be done?
Well, whoever pays for this, sometimes it's the seller will get this, leave it on the table and say, look, my house was built in 1976, I have aluminum wire, I've revealed it to you, but I'm not changing anything. So, and a home inspector should never say, take this and get that done or that. He should just say to whoever's paying for the report, here's my recommendations that need to be done on the house. So who does it? I've seen builders on new houses or whatever say, I'll take care of everything. I've seen some people say, I'll take care of this much, you take care of this much. Other people say, yeah, so what? There you go, take it or leave it. So it's just a case of whoever, I tell people if they're working with a realtor especially,
right.
You talk to your realtor, they will know how the deal is set up. I just advise you, here's what I feel needs some attention on the house.
So I mean, if you go to buy a car, I think people take more care of their cars than they do their homes.
Absolutely.
You know, and your biggest investment is your home.
Do you know how much a furnace works? About 4.5 times as much as your car works. And yet, when do people get it serviced?
Whenever it's broken.
No, it was installed 7 years ago. It's never been serviced many times. So,
what can we expect to pay for a home inspection? I mean, do the rates vary?
Yes, they vary all over the place. But if you take a look at the established ones that are members of home inspector, such as the Ontario Home Inspection, Ontario Association of Home Inspectors. There's also NACHI is another one too. There's 2 associations. Most are around $350, some a little bit lower, up to even as high as $500 in the larger cities, larger houses.
Well worth
like
it in
that.
the long run.
Very well worth. Every penny is well worth it.
Unfortunately, we got to run, but thank you so much for that great information. Get your homes inspected if you're selling them.